Thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we're going to be decorating the kitchen for the Christmas season. So we have done our entryway already. We've done our bar cart. We've done the living room. Today, we're going to be doing the kitchen and also the cocoa slash coffee bar for Christmas. So a couple of days ago, in preparation for this decorating, I pulled down all of my things from my coffee station, from my cabinet up on top of my refrigerator. This is where I store them through the off season. So I'm pulling everything out that I have because what I will be doing over here on this coffee station today will be using exactly what I already have. Now I pulled them down early so that I could wash them and they can dry naturally. I'm not a fan of washing dishes. I'm not, and these can't go in the dishwasher. So I washed them, laid them out on a towel and let them dry naturally, and then just use the towel to kind of shine them up and get rid of any water spots. That's a fun fact about me. I do not like washing dishes. My sister, on the other hand, loves washing dishes. I don't know why, but she finds it therapeutic or whatever. So comment below. Let me know. Do you like doing dishes? Because I don't and have not from a child. Not my favorite thing to do. But anyway, let's get on with the decorating. So I'm going to start today with the top of my refrigerator. I've got this bowl here that I got from Ross. You can see the tag is kind of worn off of here. I've had it for few years, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some greenery in here, and then I'm going to add some Christmas ornaments and things like that and just put it on top of the refrigerator. I like having a little something up on top of the refrigerator. It's out of the way, but yet it could be kind of festive or add, a little extra touch to the room. So I'm just positioning this greenery that I found in one of my decor bins here and just trying to make it so that it is kind of full in the bowl on the side that will be showing, but yet I don't want it to be hanging down and get into the refrigerator when I open the door. So got to figure that all out. But I've got this antler here. I love antlers. I don't know why, but anyway, I've got this. And then I've got a couple of other ornaments and things like that, and maybe throw in a couple pine cones or whatever, anything to kind of add the color into this space. As I was shopping my home for some leftover ornaments and whatnot, I did run across some bells. I've got a ton of decorative bells that I love bringing out at Christmas time. So I'm just going to pop a couple of those down in here if they will fit, and keep filling it up until I get the desired look. There's that chocolate brown that I have on my Christmas tree that I'm bringing into the kitchen as well. So I'm going to put that in there as well, and just whatever else I can find. I tried that larger bell. What was I thinking? That's not going to work. That thing is too big, but we'll figure it out. I found a couple of these ornaments that I had tried to do a DIY on several years ago. I was trying to create my own flocked ornaments. So I spray painted them and then rolled them in some baking soda to kind of give them that look of the suede or whatever. It was an epic fail, but I don't throw away anything because they can come to use just like I'm using them here. So I'm just going to put that right up there on top of the refrigerator. Just adds that pop of color. Like I said, the greenery is really pretty, and I like the way that it looks. I just have to get it centered the refrigerator or whatever, but I think it's cute. Once I got it up there, I realized that it needed just one more ornament to just kind of balance it out, and it's good to go. And so now we can move over to the counter space, and I just have this little corner here that I normally just keep a little tray there, and I keep a lot of my essentials there that I reach for every day. My pepper meal, my oil and vinegar bottles, my butter dish, that type of thing. So these never go away. So I'm just putting those right back over there. I decided to move it over a little bit because I want to bring my vase back there. And I had these kind of rust color hydrangeas that I've just kind of been moving all around the house, but we're going to go ahead and put those right over there just to add a little pop of color right there in that little corner. And then I have this marble container here that I keep my cooking tools and utensils in. So I'm going to put that back there. I've got my spoon rest here. So I'm just putting everything pretty much back over here. I don't do a lot of decorating in this space, if you will, because it is a functional space and I need to keep room for cooking. So this is a cutting board that I got last year, I believe. I got it in Mississippi when I was visiting my friend. A couple of my girlfriends from high school got together last year. We had a blast down in Mississippi. So that's when I got that. And then I had that little snowflake cutting board that I got from Ross a couple years ago. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do in this area. I've got my knife set here. Everything that I need for cooking on a daily basis is right there, handy, right by the stove. So once I get my scissors in there, we're going to go ahead and move over to the other side of the stove where I do a little bit more in terms of decorating. But first we got to put the toaster here because that stays here all the time. Need that. And then I'm coming in with this large vase that I've had for a long time. I don't remember where I got it from, but this little fake snow has been in here probably for a couple years. So I'm going to use it again this year. And I'm going in with this little vase here that I'm going to put right in the middle here. I think this little vase probably came from the Dollar Tree, the smaller one. But I'm just going to wedge that down in there. And let's put some decor down in there. So again, I've got some more leftover ornaments and bells and whatnot, and we'll see what happens with this. This is pretty much how I style this every year, with the exception of the little vase in the middle. Typically, I would put some fairy lights down in the snow to have it kind of twinkling around in there. But this time I put one of my candles there from a collab I did earlier this year from Glow Warmy. I'll link their information below if you want it, but this is on a timer. And I just put some greenery down in here, just some greenery that has honestly fallen off of garland or wreaths and things that I've had over the years. I never throw away any remnants or whatever. So I'm just kind of placing them down in here, seeing what all fits. And I'm just liking the little vibe that it gives. Just a little vase with some little leftover ornaments, pine cones, whatnot, and the fake snow. I love having things all over the home that come on a timer each evening. So every night this will come on and I'll get to walk through the kitchen and kind of see the little glow from it. I think it looks really cute, like a little Christmas terrarium or whatever. It's probably off center. I'll work with that a little bit later off camera, but that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I do not like to overdo anything on my countertops. Like I said, I like to have functional space to be able to, cook or sort groceries, whatever I need to do with my counter space. I don't like to have a lot of stuff on my counters. But that's how that turned out, and I think it looks nice. So now I'm going to put some dish towels on my stove handle, and then we'll be moving over to the next space. These came from Ross. I thought they were so cute with the little nutcrackers, and I also had an extra towel that I'm going to put on my sink for everyday use. Cute, inexpensive touches of Christmas. So normally I would go right over to doing my island, but because I have stuff all over the island that I'm going to be using on the coffee station, we're going to hop on over there, do that, and then come back to the island. I love decorating these shelves over my coffee station, but I'm going to retire that little bowl there. I'm going to bring these little marble knots out that I've had for a long time. I don't know where they came from, but I am replacing that gold bowl with my nativity scene. This nativity scene I've had for several years, and I love bringing it out at Christmas time and using it in different places of my home. This year it's going to be front and center on top of my coffee station. And to make sure that it's front and center, we're going to put a candle behind it, also on a timer. So every night this will illuminate. I think that is beautiful. When I purchased that nativity scene, I believe it came from Ross. I've seen all different types over there. So if you were in the market for one, check them out. So now for my coffee station, I'm going to bring in my burl wood tray here. I've got a set of two of these, and I decided that I'd bring those over to the coffee station this year just because I like the color, and yeah, we're going to go with that. I'm not making any changes to my coffee syrups. I'm just going to move them right over here. These have been here probably since the summertime, and this is what I use for my daily coffee. I just refill it and go from there. So I've got my salted caramel, I've got my pistachio, the one that's unlabeled, my white chocolate, and my caramel. Love these. And now it's time to pull out some of my seasonal decor here. So I've got these jars here that I usually create my cocoa section of my coffee bar with. And these came from Home Goods. They were only $4.99 when I got them a couple years ago. So I'm just filling them up. They've been cleaned and everything, and I'm filling them up with some cocoa. I'm going to put some peppermint flakes in one and marshmallow in the other. I'm just making sure that they don't have any water stains on them because, like I said, I let them dry naturally. So now I'm going in with these marshmallows. I just picked up some marshmallow today from Aldi when I was in there. So we'll go ahead and put those in. And yeah, I love the look of the little coffee station and everything. I'm not a big hot cocoa person, but it's nice to have hot cocoa around the house in case you have guests during the holiday that like it. My grandkids definitely enjoy it, but I make them wait till we get closer to Christmas to start drinking it. It's a little bit early yet, but I do like to look at my coffee station for a long time. So we get it all ready and everything. And then as we get closer to Christmas, we'll have everything that we need. So now I'm going in with some peppermint flakes, and the peppermint flakes that I picked up from Home Goods, they're not going to fill this container up, and it's okay because we won't go through a lot of that. So I don't want any to go to waste anyway. So you'll see that it's only half full, but that's where I picked that up at Home Goods. You can get the larger bags there too, but I didn't think I needed it. So yeah, I'm getting so excited. I just love the look of my little coffee station during the holiday time. So now I'm going in with these mugs. I've had these mugs for a couple years, got these from Home Goods as well. And they've got the little deer on them, or what, the buck heads on there, which I think are so cute. And these napkins that I'm going to be bringing out, they were left over from the fall, but I'm just going to let them stay out here and let's use them up before we switch out to our Christmas napkins. They work out just fine. These little coffee spoons, I've had those for a while as well, and they match with the theme with the little buck heads on top of them. So cute. So we'll just put those right over inside of the mugs. I'll bring out more Christmas snacks as we get closer to the holiday time, but this is a good start. I also have my honey pot. I don't have any local honey. I need to pick some of that up. I'm bringing out this vase here. This is my tortoiseshell vase that I've shared. I got this from Ross for 70.99. And then I'm bringing out some more of that greenery. I got this greenery from Joann's last year, I believe. And I love the color of it because it is the color that I am going with, the different shades of brown. It's got a few pine cones over in it. So I'm just kind of setting it down in this vase, which I think will be a pretty add here just to add a little greenery and the colors that we're going with for the season. I'm trying to fluff it out as much as possible. I'll work with it a little bit more after I film the video, but you get the idea of how it looks. I think it's really pretty. I think I pretty much got all of the greenery that had the little brown Christmas ornaments on it out around my home already this year. Here's one last piece here. I'm just going to stuff it down in this vase as well, just to make it really nice and full. I know I've mentioned that I miss Joann's. I miss them so much. I wish they would resurface like some of the other stores that have gone out of business have done, but so far, no. But this is how I have decorated this coffee station for the beginning of the season. And now I just need to go in and fill in my coffee here with my Nespresso pod. So this is just my monthly order of my coffee. So now we're over on the kitchen island, and I'm just going in with my liquid soap and my candle here. This had the beautiful packaging. Love this. And this is evening teak wood that they have been having a lot of over at Home Goods. So nice. So now we're going to make a quick run to Trader Joe's, which is my favorite spot to go for fresh flowers. And I'm in the mood for some fresh flowers. It's been a while since I've had them. So I was happy to get in here today and see that they had a lot of different ones to choose from, all different colors, all different price points. So I was really happy about that. They also had this greenery here, this cedar greenery, and I decided to pick up a pack of that. That's only $3.99 for this pack. And I want to use that in my simmer pot. So I'm excited about this. That'll smell really good in my simmer pot. Once I get home, I love to do that during this time of the year as well. But I'm going to try to find some fresh flowers to go in a vase in addition. So let's come around and look and see what we can find. It's been a while since I've seen them with this much of a selection, which is why I haven't been buying fresh flowers. It seems like the last couple times I've come in here, they haven't really had a lot to choose from, but today is very different. They have some really pretty colorful bouquets, which I love. But then I spotted something off in the distance and I had to get a closer look. These magnolia leaves, and that was a no-brainer. I love magnolias. I love magnolia leaves. These were $5.99 a pack, and I love these. Those are so pretty. They've got the green on one side, the brown on the other side. The most beautiful tree, I think, the magnolias are, even without the florals on them. I love them. I also love picking up eucalyptus. I like to put this in my bathroom. I also put it in vases. It smells so good. As I was looking around, I found these mum balls, which I've not seen in a long time, but the color got me. Look at that. Beautiful. I think that's going to make a really nice bouquet. So now we're back at home. We're going to go ahead and get this simmer pot going. I put a little bit of that cedar down in here. I'm going to follow up with a cinnamon stick, and then I'm going to drop a few cranberries down in there, cut up a few sliced oranges, and then it is good to go. I like to put this on the stove on a very, very low flame and just let it simmer. And while that's doing that, I'll go ahead and put my floral arrangement together. So this is the vase that I'm going to be using. I really should have used a larger one, but I really wanted to use this other tortoiseshell vase that I had. So I just tried to cram these magnolia stems in there, which doesn't do them justice. I'll probably switch them out to a larger vase so that I can enjoy all of them. But anyway, that's what I'm doing here is putting those in there, and I'm mixing in those little mum buttons that I picked up from Trader Joe's today. And despite them being crammed in here, I think they turned out really, really pretty. Fresh florals and greenery, they just make me happy and give me a magnolia, and I am really happy. They are so beautiful. Love this. So this is what my kitchen is looking like. I hope that you all have enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please don't leave today without giving me a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button if you're not currently subscribed, as well as the post notification bell. That way we can stay connected. I would love to have you as a part of my YouTube family. And to all my returning family members, thank you so, so much for your support and for watching today. And I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye bye.